Today, I asked my Discord to send me more commander decks. What we are going to be doing is rating them. Let's check out the first deck. All right, this is Chain Reaction. It's a background commander. We got Levon, Cultist of Tiamat. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature gets +X/+O until the end of the turn, where X is that spell's mana value. And then the background you've chosen is Raised by Giants. This is a Gruul aggro deck. I'm gonna be honest, I do like Gruul aggro. This is the first one we're doing with a background as well. Commander creatures you own have base power, toughness 10/10, and then just give it +X plus whatever the hell and make it huge. Is that what we're doing here? 10 creatures, 17 sorceries. Interesting. This is commander inflation. Okay. Domri is a cool card. I don't think a lot of planeswalkers are good in commander and like a one-off kind of thing. Like, sure, you can do like the Super Friends thing, but like you give me like a 3 mana, like does something passively and also just like makes mana. That's pretty decent. I feel like this is also one of those things that people don't typically want to swing at. It's not that good, but it's also like good enough that it's like doing stuff for you actively. I don't know. I think I like this card. I've played it before. We got Bob, Calamity Bearer. I thought it was a bear for a sec. I really thought this was going to be a bear. I'm a little sad that this isn't a bear, to be honest. Ew. It's like the thing from Toy Story. Harmonic Prodigy. Is this a wizard? Oh, wait. I'm not going to lie to you, dude. How many people forget that shaman is a type? I always forget about shamans. Wizard, like I see Harmonic Prodigy and I automatically assume it only does stuff for wizards. But hey, we got a shaman doubler. Kind of cool. Codis is disgusting with this because if you're making your commander as big as possible, what if it just hit everybody? Whoa, I like this art a lot. Oh, it's a dragon shaman, so it also works with Thrakis the Butcher. That's kind of cool. But I would assume this would be a bracket too if it was not for Jessica's will. This feels very like low to the ground fun stuff, which I'm all for. I just know this one was labeled as bracket 3, so I'm wondering if there's some extra crazy shit. Savannah is like Bop squared for this deck, big mana dork. Yeah, that makes sense. You just get like a huge amount of mana because you got a huge commander. 8 mana, can't be countered. Draw cards equal to the greatest toughness. Okay, so you're just drawing a ton of cards if your commander is going off. That's pretty cool. I got a buddy who plays a like big booties matter deck. I'm gonna have to tell him about this card. Oh wait, never mind. It's $28. He's definitely not gonna want that. That's unfortunate. The 5 Arcades players are joyous right now. No, this looks pretty cool though. So many instants. A green counter, but it's only activated ability, so it's really not that good. But the draw a card is nice, I guess. Based and true, my friend. Target creature gets trample and you get to draw a card. That's pretty good. This deck has a ton of cantrips, so I can slightly buff Levon. I still don't know how to pronounce it. And refill all my hand. Yeah, that's fair. I am gonna stand by my point where this doesn't even really look like a bracket 3 deck. It kind of looks like a bracket 2 deck that you really want to play Jessica's Will in, and that's fine in based. Whoa. Burgeoning. When Dragon Mantle enters the battlefield, draw a card. Yep. A lot of the same stuff that the instance did. I'm very surprised by the land base. You're playing 36 basics. I would love to know the reasoning behind the 36 basics. I understand the Rogue's Passage. Trust me, this one I get. This one I'm fully aware of why it exists here. Bracket 3 with 36 basics. But I think this deck, 1, really is a bracket 2 deck that says bracket 3 because of Jessica's Will, and 2 is definitely a very greedy mana base, but it looks fun. This looks like a fun deck for sure. I don't have too many like other things to say about it than that. That was a nice solid one to start us off on. Yeah, man, I'm gonna rate that one Cheesecake Factory out of Red Robin. What are the rating systems? Absolutely nothing. All right, next deck. This is Zozu, Land Hatred. Everybody point at him and say, ew. Do you hate people having mana? Me too. How dare people cast things and stuff? Stop it. Just because there's no instance in the deck doesn't mean that the deck is not capable of war crimes. Wait, this deck has 0 instance? So this is just like, what if I made a bracket 4 deck, but it was ass? Totally understand the idea of like, but it's only bracket 4 because land hate, and land hate isn't that bad. And the reason isn't because they are impossible to play against. It isn't because too strong for the format, because nobody wants to deal with that shit in a casual game of Magic. We're all here to have fun. Nobody wants to deal with you destroying all the lands and making me just draw cards and stare at my opponents for long. That is why people don't like doing this stuff. You need less land. So if you don't know, Zozu the Punisher says, whenever a land enters the battlefield, Zozu deals 2 damage to that land's control. It doesn't sound that bad, but oh my god, is it awful. The thing about a land hate deck as well is, of course, it's a monocolor. I'm surprised we're not seeing some of like the new stuff, like Avengers Disassembled and what's that one, Avatar card? I feel like I don't have too much to say about this deck because it's just all like, you. That's the entire deck. Some of these cards I like. I love Razorkin Needlehead, one of my favorite cards. I still don't even know if I'm saying it right, but Odra Axonal, very sick card. I'm surprised if you're playing Razorkin Needlehead that you're not playing stuff like Scrawling Crawler. I feel like those cards go hand in hand. And then what is it? Just a bunch of board wipes, I'm guessing. Nope. I mean, yeah, it is a bunch of just destruction. D always talks about this deck and like talks about how it's like, dude, why do people like, I really wish people would like want to play against this deck. Holy shit, do I understand why nobody wants to play against this deck. I'm judging. Just so we're all clear, I feel like I'm being pretty passive right now. I'm judging very hard. I played a lot of Commander D, very chill dude, but holy would I don't ever play this against me. Never bring this to the table. Never ever let this deck see the light of day. This deck gets my stinky poo-poo out of deck. Holy shit, do I get why nobody ever wants to play against this? It's like a mosquito pissing you off all game. This deck is like, what if I put a mosquito in my armpit and just dealt with it for 3 hours? Hell no. Bro did not cook with it. I don't even see the win condition is everybody gives up. It's everybody quits the game. Bro burned the whole kitchen and called it a Michelin 4-star dish. Yeah, it's an unfortunate one. We got the Roach Stash Duo. This card's new. This is from the new like Commander Mystery Booster or whatever, right? Sash and Waistcoat Unmen is the commander of this deck, and they say whenever a face down creature attacks one of your opponents, it can't be blocked this combat. You can pay 3, manifest the top card of your library. Any player can activate. Whoa, any player may activate this ability, but only as a sorcery. That's kind of fun. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's Mustache Tribal. I like the idea, but I'm seeing a couple of lacks of mustache. This Wayfarer's Bauble doesn't have a mustache, and neither does his Commander Sphere. Zoom in on the sphere. I will do that for you. Where is the sphere? Oh my God! There's a mustache. There's a mustache on the sphere. You know what? That's kind of sick. Ristic Study gets a pass here because of mustaches. All right, we got Codie the Gatekeeper. I've seen this deck a ton, like just Codie. I guess I should say I've seen this commander a ton. He seems very fun. I almost wanted to build him at one point. I'll be honest, I don't really have any interest in playing 5-color decks. That just sounds like way too much to deal with. Ramp hard into gate lands using Codie to cascade every spell, get 10 gates, and finish off with Maze's End. Oh, there's a Maze's End deck. Chat, this is a Maze's End deck. I hope you know what Maze's End does. If you don't know what Codie does, Codie Vociferous Codex says you can't cast permanent spell, but you can pay 4 mana and tap him to add 5 mana, a white, a blue, a black, a red, and a green. And when you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery with less mana value. Until the end of the turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. So essentially, you're cascading. Codie is basically just like a cascade engine. I'm a little confused how what he has to do with Maze's End, but we'll see. 41 sorceries. What's this bracket 2? I'm expecting a ton of cards like this, where it's just search for lands and hope I get to Maze's End. By the way, if we don't know, Maze's End seems to be the win con here, so let me show you guys what Maze's End says. Maze's End enters tap. It adds a colorless mana, or you can spend 3, return it to your hand, search the library for a gate card, and then put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. And if you have 10 or more gates at that point with different names, you win. This is the win con. You want 10 gates and to activate Maze's End. That's it. That's what you do. And I'm seeing that 90% of this deck is ramp. It's just like Farseek, Explore, whatever the gate one is, circuitous route. All these cards that just say search for lands, search for 2 basic lands, search for 3 basic lands, search for all the lands, put them on in your battle. And like that doesn't work with the gates. Like searching for the basics doesn't help your gate strategy, but it helps you kind of cycle. I'm sure you're also playing all the things that just say like search for lands. I'm sure Reshape the Earth here just like instantly wins you the game. But you know, if I spent 9 mana and it won me the game and nobody had interaction, I think I deserve it. You probably also really like that new spell where it's like look at the top 20 cards of your library, and then like I don't remember exactly what it does, but it does some crazy shit. It's from The Hobbit. I don't think I could ever play a deck like this because I think I would get bored. It's a very silly take on how to play Codie, because I'm guessing the entire goal is to play a ramp. You're gonna cascade and hope you hit another ramp or a copy spell and ramp again and ramp again and ramp again and just keep doing it over and over and over and get as many lands as possible. Get that in Maze's End and and then win, and then just win the game. So you need more land, okay? I get it. You need more land. Codie the Landlord is a very good name for this deck. We're gonna give this deck a more land out of deck. It's very silly, very much a bracket 2 goofball deck. I think I would get a little bored playing it, but maybe, I don't know, I haven't played it, so maybe I'm wrong. Saw all the more land videos and I took that to heart. I love that.